Hey everyone, happy Sunday. So I just wanted to say it is completely okay to be a quiet person, to be more on the laid back, relaxed side. Um, Oftentimes, especially as a child, I would feel overlooked, I would feel unimportant, I would feel left out because I was quiet. And my family, the people around me were not. And I would feel like left out a little bit. Even as an adult, when I'm in certain spaces, within the workplace or around people who are naturally more a bit outgoing, I feel out of place. But the older I get, the more I am starting to appreciate how God made me. Part of my quietness comes with observation. I'm someone who more so likes to observe the environment. I like to observe people. I like to see what's going on, have an understanding of how people operate, have an understanding of what the situation is. And part of that is me being quiet. The Bible says that, we should be slow to speak and quick to listen. So I like to listen and understand like where a person is coming from, how a person operates, what spirit are they operating out of. And a lot of times when we don't do that, we get ourselves into relationships, situations, or situationships that we don't belong in. And if we can just take the time to observe and understand what's going on, we can avoid a lot of heartache, I feel like. So I just want to say to those who are more so quiet to appreciate that. I think that's a form of God's protection. And I also think it is a form of wisdom. A few months ago, maybe even almost a year ago, I was prophesied over. And I listened back to that recording because we were recording the session that we were having. And I listened back to the part where the woman prophesied over me. And literally, how she said that God would use me requires the ability to observe and be someone who listens. And in order for me to do what she said God would use me for, I have to be able to observe and to listen so that I can properly communicate to those who may miss something. So I want to say to those who feel left out or feel overlooked or feel like they don't matter because they're more quiet and they're not as outgoing, I want to say that you matter. I want to tell you that God can still and will still use you if you are open and allow him to. And even if you're not open and willing to allow him, he can still use you if he wants to. Nothing goes to waste in God's kingdom. You have a purpose. Your quietness serves a purpose. It's a reason why he made you that way. And a lot of times, our more outgoing, loud brothers and sisters, they may tend to miss something. Our more open, upfront brothers and sisters, they may tend to not have an understanding of certain things, because they are more so open, and they haven't taken the time to observe a person or observe a situation. So that's what you're there for, right? To be that voice, to say, wait, I kind of noticed X, Y, and Z, or nah, sis, did you see when he did X, Y, and Z? And a lot of times we don't understand why God made us a certain way. And it can be discouraging. But when you trust in him and you understand that everything he does is for a purpose, including how he made you, then you start to appreciate what he's done in you and how he made you. And so when I listen back to that prophecy that was given to me, it's like, wow, God, that makes complete sense. How you've made me this way, for what you've called me and what you will call me to do, that makes a lot of sense. It all connects. So I just want to encourage you, like, stay you. Don't let the world make you feel like, in order to be used by God or to succeed in life, you have to be loud, or, you have to just open yourself up automatically to everyone. No, be exactly how God made you. Rest in the power of Christ. with how he created you and how he will use you, and rest in your faith in him, that nothing he does is without purpose. So stay encouraged, and just appreciate the Lord for how he made you. It is completely okay to be quiet. In fact, it's needed at times. So happy Sunday.